In this video, you will learn how to properly complete a DSH 3250 training request form. Making sure your training request form is complete and accurate is the best way to ensure your request gets approved right away. Be certain you are always using the most current training request form by pulling it directly from the DSH intranet. You can locate this form by going to the DSH intranet homepage and clicking on Training at the top of the page. Next, click on Training Request Form. Then, click on the Training Request Form link. When completing the training request form, fill out sections A through D before submitting the form to the training office. In section A, be sure to include your name, work number, the date you are completing the form, your work address, classification, and your employee position number. If you don't know your employee position number, you can find it on the organizational chart located on the DSH intranet. Include your bargaining unit. You can locate this on CalHR's website. Your facility or division, unit, and preferably room number, and lastly your email address. In section B, include the title of the training, the name and address of the vendor providing the training, the location the training will take place, what day the training starts and ends, the number of hours of the training, state time being used, any personal hours you will use, total amount of hours of state time plus personal time used, the cost, and a brief description about why you are taking this training. For the type of training, please select which box best describes the training you are attending. Lastly, you will need to mark whether this is job required, job related, career related, or for upward mobility. In section C, you will need to put in the fiscal year the training will take place. Next, select the correct program code for your division. You can locate this information on the Fiscal coding sheet. This form is located on the DSH intranet. On the left side of the page, click on Fiscal coding sheets. Under your hospital location coding sheets, choose your division. This will bring up your hospital coding sheet. Here you will find the program codes and reporting structure numbers you need to complete your training request form. From the drop-down menus, choose your program codes and enter your reporting structure. The project code is for special DSH projects. Please see your supervisor if you feel this may apply to you. The boxes Ref, Fund, Account Code, and Alt Account Code should already be filled in. Next, you will need to determine how this training will be paid for. Most training vendors allow for invoicing after the training has taken place, and if this is true for the training you will be attending, choose the Direct Pay Prepayment Not Required box. If the vendor requires prepayment, choose the Revolving Fund checkbox and fill out the Payable To and Mail Check To boxes. In the Check Needed By box, you will need to write in a date that is 10 business days prior to the date of the training. Also, if DSH will need to mail a check to the vendor, please be sure to submit your training request form to the training office 30 days prior to the date of the training. We are currently not using the CalCard option, so please disregard that box. Once you have all the necessary information filled out on your training request form and before you register for the training, you will need to get approval signatures from your supervisors and managers. The training office will sign off on the last required signature after reviewing and confirming your training request form is complete and all necessary information is attached. When submitting your training request form, you will need to attach the training details page that includes the training title, date, location, and cost. Once the training office approves your training request form, it will be sent back to you, and then you may register for your training. If you are a DSH Sacramento employee registering for a CalHR training, please use your supervisor or manager's information as the approver and forward your confirmation of registration email to the training office. For all other DSH hospital locations, please contact your local training office for approver information. After you have finished the training, you will need to complete Section E on the training request form. It is very important to complete this section and submit your training request form to the training office within 10 business days of completing the training. If you completed the training, check the Course Completed box If you received a certificate of completion, attach a copy of that certificate and mark the certificate attached box. Be sure to sign Section E and get your supervisor or manager's signature as well. If after you've submitted the training request form to the training office, you find that you are unable to attend the training, please notify the training vendor right away so that DSH is not billed for the training. You still need to complete Section E of the training request form and submit it to the training office. In this case, you will mark the course not completed box and write in the reason. Be sure to sign it and get your supervisor or manager's signature. We hope that this video has helped you to understand how to correctly and completely fill out a DSH 3250 training request form. If you have any questions about this or any other trainings, please contact your local training office.